Earthman here, and I'll tell you something you might not know. The world around you is a vast landscape of adventure. There are 1,000 exciting, stimulating, fun things to do right near you, and I know this because I do them. I'm going to brag a little bit, but bear with me because I want to make a point. First, look at me. I'm about that much over 5 feet tall. I'm not rich or handsome or even young anymore, and yet I went on a 12-mile walking tour of New York City recently. I saw the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center. I went up to the observation deck on the 86th floor of the Empire State Building. I visited Central Park and took selfies with the statue of Balto the sled dog. In my lifetime, I have parachuted out of planes, sailed across Lake Tahoe in a catamaran, hiked in the mountains, gone horseback riding and camping at 10,000 feet, fished for rainbow trout in high mountain streams. I've been whitewater rafting in Utah, canoeing in Texas, kayaking in New York, scuba diving in the Gulf of Mexico, jet skiing and snorkeling and sunset sailing in the Florida Keys, airboating in the Everglades. I've gone geocaching in California, Arizona, and New York State. I've been snowmobiling, snow skiing, water skiing, ice skating, winter camping. I've ridden dog sleds. Last year, I went to Washington, D.C. to see the cherry blossoms. I toured the White House and Congress, the National Zoo, saw the pandas, and the Air and Space Museum. I've gone waterfall hunting and fall color touring in upstate New York. I've bathed in waterfalls and soaked in natural hot springs. I've flown in light planes, aerobatic planes, sailplanes, parasails. I went to the hot air balloon fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I pitched in on a balloon launch and chase crew, and later flew in a hot air balloon. I flew over Niagara Falls and the Grand Canyon in helicopters and rode the Maid of the Mist to the base of Niagara. Just a few months back, I had breakfast at the Saratoga Thoroughbred horse racing track in Saratoga Springs, New York, watched horses and jockeys exercising in the early morning light, toured the backstretch and fed carrots to a retired racehorse, and then spent a day at the races. I rode my motorcycle to the Americade Motorcycle Rally at Lake George, New York, flew my drone to take pictures of East Coast fall colors, and went hiking on an island. I watched the sunrise over the Atlantic Ocean at Cape Cod, Massachusetts, then flew to San Francisco to watch it set over the Pacific Ocean on the same day. I toured ghost towns in California and Nevada, then rode an Amtrak train 3.5 days all the way across the United States. I recently got back from an ocean cruise to Alaska where I saw grizzlies, whales, orcas, moose, seals, and sea lions. Still don't know the difference. Salmon and sea otters. I have camped alone in the wilderness, crewed on cattle drives, ridden a mule to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. I've driven draft horses, worked brandings at cattle ranches. I have climbed aboard 8 bucking bulls, hopped a ride on a freight train, petted a wolf, and I once fed marshmallows by hand to a live grizzly. And I still have that hand. I'll tell you the story one day. I watched the space shuttle land and rode in an amphibious car. I could go on. You get the point, though, right? That vast landscape of adventure is where I live, where you live. It's all just sitting there, waiting for you to seek it out, reserve a spot, buy the ticket, or just do it. You could make a phone call today and be flying a plane next Saturday. It's just that easy. None of us have to live in the little box we're born into. I think what stops a lot of us from having adventures is the mistaken ideas most of us have about it. We think adventure only happens to rich people, buff dudes, and beautiful young women, and people way off in the distance, probably in some glorious, pricey paradise. But here's me again. Short, fat, old, poor, ordinary. Many of you are smarter than me, stronger than me, taller than me, richer than me. You're almost certainly younger. So you can do this stuff. You can, and it's worth doing. Adventuring gets you out of that little box. It makes you bigger, more solid in some indefinable way. It gives you confidence, kicks you out of your daily humdrum, teaches you to fear less and take bigger bites of life. You could spend a month in Spain and start learning Spanish. Buy a motorcycle and ride it all the way across the country. Take a horseback riding lesson or archery. Ride the Cog Railway to the top of Pikes Peak, or take an epic summer hike on the Appalachian Trail. Take stand-up paddleboard lessons on a nearby lake. Go ziplining. Take up snowboarding, or just find a climbing wall near you and practice your mountaineering. Yes, we all have our obligations, but we also have control of when we schedule our me time. You don't have to stay home and watch Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune or cop shows or Hallmark movies. Let's talk about flying that plane next Saturday. This is something I often recommend to people. Take a scenic flight in a light plane or a first flying lesson. I guarantee you, within 20 miles of where you live, there's a guy who's a certified flight instructor. He's got a 4-seater plane, something like a Cessna 172, and he wants you to come fly with him. You call him up, he'll say, "Oh yeah, come out Saturday, we'll go up." You Google flying lessons near me, make a phone call, pay a little money. Everything costs something, right? But set the cost against the pleasure of experiencing a fantastic new adventure. And to me, it's almost always worth it. Your pilot will walk you through the pre-flight inspection of the plane's exterior, tell you what he's looking for. You'll climb into the plane. He'll show you the instruments, tell you what each one does. He'll start it up, do his thing on the radio, and then taxi out to the end of the runway. The engine will roar, the plane will roll, and the next thing you know, the ground will be dropping away beneath you. The pilot will get up to several hundred feet and then hand the controls over to you. And you'll get to see what this does and what that does and what the rudder pedals do. You'll be up for 30 minutes or so, and your pilot will take over and land for you. It's even more fun if you have a teenager. You sit him or her in that front seat while you sit behind and take video with your camera. She'll fly the plane for several minutes, getting a feel for the controls, but also flying over a nearby mountain or lake, or maybe even your own neighborhood. And when she goes back to school on Monday and her classmates are sharing notes on what they did over the weekend, and most of them are like, "Oh, I hung out, played video games," your daughter will be able to say, "I piloted an airplane with my dad. Want to see the video?" Both of you will cherish the memory of that one afternoon for the whole rest of your lives. And who knows, maybe she'll decide she wants to be a pilot or a flight instructor. If you don't have kids and want to try the co-pilot seat yourself, get a friend to go halvesies with you to split the cost. Hell, get your dad to go, or your mom, or your grandmother. Seriously, go do this thing. So how do you get started with this adventure thing? Make a list, seriously. Especially if you're a teenager or a preteen, sit down right now and make a list of all the things you want to do in your life. All the things you want to do in your life. Right now, today. Do it. Start it. Add to it, subtract from it, make changes as you go through your life, but make that list. Put on there all the career and family highlights you hope to achieve. Become a veterinarian or an electrician, get married and have 2 kids and a golden retriever. But also put on there all the adventures. Go indoor skydiving. Take a train trip across Canada in the winter. Take a cruise to the Caribbean. Go to New Mexico and tour Carlsbad Caverns. Go to Sedona, Arizona and watch the sunset over the red rocks. You can have adventures right at home. You could learn to juggle or make balloon animals or do magic or throw knives. Take riding lessons or dance lessons. Learn American Sign Language. Lift weights, run marathons, swim a mile at the Y. Find a local ham radio operator and ask if you can sit in with him some evening. Make a list of adventures, outdoor and in, and start doing them. Pretty soon the people around you will say, "Wow, you do all that stuff?" You'll feel a justified pride that no neck tattoo can ever deliver. Start with one thing, the thing that crossed your mind a few days ago. Maybe just a short hike on a local trail. Then go for a bike ride. Find that local climbing wall. Take paddleboarding lessons at LL Bean. When you find out how easy it is, how satisfying and fun it is, think of the next thing, and the next, and the next. This is your one life. You don't have forever. Your one chance to do all the fun, exciting things. Oh, go. Do those things. That vast landscape of adventure is open and just waiting for you. Oh, by the way, don't do the stupid stuff. Wingsuit flying, doing handstands on a 20-story ledge. The last thing I want is to have some chucklehead at my funeral saying, "Well, he was doing what he loved." I want to be doing what I love for 20 more years. I want to be around for the people I love and who love me. So, good luck out there. And I wish I could be there to see you fly.